Happy Christmas Eve's Eve. We have made it to day 23 of Vlogmas. And let's go ahead and just address the elephant in the room. I didn't post anything yesterday. And here's where my growth comes in. Now, I am not someone who consistency comes easily to. But y'all, typically if I've been inconsistent, I'm just like, oh, well, scratch everything. We're just gonna not do it anymore. But instead of doing that with Vlogmas, I've kept going. And your girl's very, very proud. But that is not the topic of today's video. The topic of today's video is not actually what I said it was going to be in the last video, where we were going to make our manifestation boards together. No, that is not what it is. Instead, we're saving that one for Christmas Eve because I want to end Vlogmas with a bang. Instead, we're going to talk about next year's sewing goals specifically. Yeah, friends, we're doing it. Now, typically, the makers in the community will come up with this Make 9, where they commit to making these 9 garments or these 9 pieces, 9 quilts, 9 whatever it is. And I love that. I love it so much. In fact, I love it so much that every year I have come up with my very own Make 9. Yeah, in every single year, I have not done the Make 9. Why? Because you know what? As I've navigated through the year, there's been new patterns that have come out. Then I became a pattern designer. And then it was like a thing of, oh, well, I still want to hack this. And if I'm being completely honest, I kind of feel like the Make 9 challenges have almost held me back from going forward with my sewing skills. But then the other day, I was talking to my girl, DeJaneé. I don't think that she's actually on YouTube, but I'm going to drop her her Instagram and her TikTok in the caption section. We were talking and she was like, girl, do you do the Make 9? And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, what maker doesn't do the Make 9? She was like, you know what? Do you ever do it? And I was like, absolutely not. Every single year, it is a thing where I never, ever complete. She was like, me neither. And last year I decided to do something different. And I was like, oh, okay, well, tell me more. Your girl wants to hear about it. She was like, instead of doing the Make 9, I decided to choose 9 skills that I wanted to work on. And I was like, I'm here for it. I love that. I'm going to join you this year in doing it. So instead of doing Make 9 garments or Make 9 pieces for the year, because one year I actually did add like quilts on there. Your girl had dreams and goals. So instead of doing the Make 9 specific pieces, I am going to work on 9 skill sets, and maybe not 9 skill sets per se, like there might be general garments. So with that, let's go ahead and discuss 2024's Make 9-ish goals for the year. Okay. Coming up with number 1, numero uno, is the placket for the Henley. Yeah, I want to master that. Why? Because sometimes I'm good. Sometimes I'm not so good. I've seen multiple ways of doing the placket, and I am just like, I want to be able to master each and every way to do that Henley placket. And it made me think of it because I'm over here working on my daughter's like Christmas presents. Yeah, it's Christmas Eve's Eve, and your girl is still sewing Christmas presents. But I was just like, man, I want to perfect that placket. Let me see if I can find the garment that I'm talking about. Let me preface this by saying it's not a bad garment. It's fine. When she puts it on, her boobs will definitely stretch this out and it'll be perfect. So here we have the Henley, but this is the part. That area right there is what drives me crazy. So as I was doing that, I was like, you know what? I really feel like I could do way better job of doing that. So that is number 1, the Henley placket. Okay. Skill set number 2 that is going up on here, it's getting that zipper fly perfect as well. And I know you could be saying, Aronica, what do you mean you don't have that skill set down? One of your patterns actually has this as part of the skills that you have to do in order to complete the pattern. I know. And I do it. But I still feel uncomfortable doing it. And I don't want to feel that way. Also, like there are multiple ways. In fact, when I was putting together Julian's pattern for my husband, I found that their way of doing the denim, or rather the zipper fly, was different than I had previously done, which honestly I liked a lot better. But I still feel uncomfortable putting in the fly. I still feel like I'm over here reading those instructions, studying them, and it came about when I was working on the Ranger jeans that are by Happily Dressed, and I was like really in there, and I was like, oh man, I like put it off to the last minute to finish, all for nothing, because it's something that I'm actually pretty good at. But ultimately, I don't want to fret about it anymore. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and work on that skill set, which leads me to one of the garments that I want to finish in 2024. I want to make a pair of well-made jeans for my body. Yeah. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do the Worship Jeans by Daughter Judy as my first one. January is actually January. Shout out to those who are subscribed to my newsletter. I'll be sending out a newsletter that goes over that in more detail. But it's dedicated to working with denim. So yes, I want to make a pair of not stretch denim, because I've done that before. Stretch denim, I do feel like is very easy to work with. I love working with it. Love it. But your girl wants to make some good jeans. Like I want to make, on my list are the Joplin wide leg trouser like jeans from Petite Stitchery. I've got the Worship jeans on that list. I want to remake the Ranger jeans from Happily Dressed. So I really want to move from buying the perfect pair of jeans to making the perfect pair of jeans. So that is definitely number 3. As far as skill set number 4, zippers are definitely something I feel like I'm pretty good at. I am a little inconsistent when it comes to putting zippers in. Now, if you saw my video where I hacked my pattern, where I hacked the primrose pattern to be a pullover, to be a zipper down, y'all, the zipper was zippering. It was flawless. And I don't know if it was because I was performing, because I was on live making shit happen, but sometimes my zippers don't go in that flawlessly. So yeah, zippers are specifically not the blind zipper, because I do feel like, you know, the invisible zipper, your girl's got that down. Why? Because I have a blind zipper foot. And to be completely honest, like if you have an invisible zipper foot, your zipper installs are pretty seamless. So I really want to work on the consistency in which I put my zippers in. And I definitely saw the discomfort in me using the zippers when I was making this bag here, which is the belt bag from Choose Made. And I didn't do a bad job, but your girl could use a little bit of work. So that's another skill set that I would like to do. Another skill set that I would like to work on is working with leather. That's right. Now, I bought some leather from Georgia Girl Stitches. I will definitely make sure I include her link as well. She is a Black-owned, like, sewing kind of like notions bag maker based in the Georgia area. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from her. But now I have made stuff out of like a little pleather situation. It's been fine. No complaints. But real leather? Yeah. We're gonna figure it out though. We're gonna get good. That is another skill set that I'm going to navigate. And the garment, or rather, I don't even want to do it as a garment, but the bag that I would like to make out of the leather is I would actually like to remake this bag, which is the belt bag. I want to make it in leather, but I also want to make the bestie bag out of leather as well. So those are 2 garments. So now we're at 7. So let's go ahead and address another skill set that we want to work on, okay? I kept saying this before when I was talking about the invisible zipper. I kept calling it blind zipper, but that's not what I meant. I want to work on blind hems. I generally speaking have not had like a pattern that I wanted to do a blind hem. We often see it done on trousers, finishing the hem with a blind hem. So I want to work on that. Like I want to work on it, and this is going to be 2 skill sets. So I would like to work on and master the blind hem with my sewing machine, number 1, as well as with my hands and doing hand stitching, number 2. So that gives us the 9, my make 9 for 2024. So again, just to recap, it is the Henley placket, the zipper fly, making a pair of jeans that fits my body beautifully. Then that was the first 3. Then we have mastering zippers, or being more consistent with the zipper, right? We've got making the, working with leather, making the belt bag out of leather, making the bestie bag out of leather. Yes, so we've got another row completed. Then we've got mastering the invisible hem with my sewing machine, mastering the invisible hem by hand. And that, friends, is my make 9 for 2024. So if you plan on doing something similar, let me know what you plan on working on in the comments. And if there's something that you're like, hey girl, could you do a video on this? Drop that in the comments too. Because if you're like, look, I've watched you sew and I know that you're good at XYZ, can you help a sewist out? Drop it in the comments, because I want to be able to see what we can provide for you in 2024. And if you have not already done so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, turn the bell on, do all of the jazzy things that you know to do. And I will catch you all tomorrow where we wrap up Vlogmas. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I will check y'all tomorrow.